Hello, my name is Ashley Coffey, and I'm the Accessible Emerging Technologies Lead at the Partnership on Employment and Accessible Technologies, also known as PEAT. Our mission is to foster collaborations in the technology space to build inclusive workplaces for people with disabilities. Our vision is a future where new and emerging technologies are accessible to the workforce by design. I'm so excited to be presenting with my friend Meryl Evans today. Meryl, over to you.
Thanks, Ashley. Howdy, y'all. My name is Meryl Evans. I am a professional speaker, trainer, and consultant on accessibility and inclusion for people with disabilities. Back to you, Ashley.
Thanks, Meryl. Today, we're going to talk about mental health at work and the ways that immersive technologies, such as virtual reality, are being offered to employees to address mental health and improve equity and inclusion in the workplace.
We share our own perspectives that are informed by our lived experiences and practical examples that can help advance employer diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility efforts. Let's dive in.
Yes. In today's hybrid workplaces, it is increasingly important to ensure that mental health is a priority for all employees. And immersive technologies like virtual reality are offering new ways to address mental health and improve equity and inclusion in the workplace. And in fact, virtual reality was something that I used to navigate a episode of depression. And by using this application, I was able to focus on verbal meditation and reactive visual stimulation based on my voice. I was able to practice daily calming techniques, which were very helpful, and join my friends across the world and even join a weekly support group. So, when it comes to XR, there are many possibilities that go beyond entertainment.
Employers should understand the many ways they can support the mental health of their employees, from virtual support groups to stress relieving activities. XR can create new and healthy ways for employees who may find remote work isolating. As many employers are searching for new ways to engage and support employees, some are beginning to turn to XR tools. While these applications of XR are exciting, it is critical to remember that each tool and experience must be accessible for all in order to be successful. For example, there should be multiple ways to communicate when you're in a virtual environment. One time, Ashley and I were collaborating in an immersive environment. I felt trapped because there was no way to communicate. Then I came up with a workaround. By the way, accessibility should not require workaround. The environment has sticky notes. We used it to communicate. Months later, the environment finally added a chat box. This is a good example of why it's important to include people with disabilities in the co-creation of immersive experience. Ashley, I'm glad you found a way to use virtual reality to help you through an episode. I wish I could do the same when I need a mental health break, but there's another barrier. A lot of FR apps are not accessible, or if they are accessible, companies are not sharing that information, and they should. Ashley?
You're so right, Meryl. As companies look at their diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility initiatives, leaders should consider how accessible the technology that they are using in the workplace actually is. Removing barriers for employees with disabilities to thrive in the workplace is critical for employers to succeed in a competitive labor market. Meryl?
The key to practicing intentional inclusion is to include people with disabilities and mental health lived experiences. throughout the entire product development process. It may feel overwhelming to get started with accessibility and including people with disabilities. This is why I preach a progress over perfection approach to accessibility and disability inclusion. Take that first step. It doesn't have to be big. Sometimes it'll be small steps, other times it'll be big ones. Progress is not always a straight line. Sometimes you go backwards. The key is to get started and keep moving.
Progress over perfection. If you leave today with one thing, remember that. Thank you.
Thank you.